The other one that always is where I go when I look at projections is defense, right? And
Yeah.
specifically defensive linemen. And for the Bears, of course, it's going to be Montez Sweat's number. I don't know if you saw this. If you have, you could say you have. But what do you think the number is that the projection is offhand? Montez Sweat sacks for this season.
I have seen it, like, honestly, and the
Okay,
number is a little bit less than I would have predicted for him in a perfect world. So give us a number. I don't
it's
know. I'm
6.2.
not.
So 6.2
Yeah.
sacks for Montez Sweat and 5.8 for Dio Dangbo. So you're talking 12 sacks basically between the two. Are you happy
Right.
with that?
Not with the cap number that comes with Montez Sweat. I don't have it exactly offhand, but I think he's the most expensive player on the team right now in terms of cap hits. When you think of most expensive players, right, you generally think of big time sack numbers. And by big time sack numbers, I mean like Hendrickson, like TJ Watt, like uh,
Talking double
Danielle
digits
Hunter. Right.
minimum, right? I
Right.
mean,
And
double digits
so
for all those guys.
Right. So 6.2 seemed a bit precarious for me. And I know that there are more pass rushers. Now that I've looked it up, I might as well just say it. Montez Sweat has a cap number of 25 million. That comes in higher than DJ Moore, higher than Jalen Johnson, and Tremaine Edmonds going on down the line here. 6.2 doesn't exactly rev the engine necessarily because of what you expect from edge rushers that are paid that much. We've seen Montez Sweat produce double-digit sacks before. We've seen him get to 8 and above several times. And last year, if you dive deep into the numbers, which again, card-carrying nerd, I definitely do that, his quarterback pressure percentage last year was better than when he had 8.5 sacks, right? It was better than at times when he had more sacks. He just wasn't getting home enough. I'm hoping that having more established pass rushers allows Montez Sweat to get home more often and turn the quarterback pressure percentage into the sacks, strip sacks, and turnovers, and sometimes just errant throws that can produce turnovers. So that's how I'm looking at it. But again, 6.2, I don't love that. I don't really love the Odangbo number either, coming in at 16 million just in terms of valuation.
I was hoping that Odangbo's number might be higher because of that Sweat factor, like you're talking about,
Right.
right? We know Matt Eberflus, when after they traded for him, and Ryan Poles loved talking about how Montez was a multiplier. So
Mm-hmm.
5.8 is probably on par with Odangbo's career stats, but like you said, I was kind of hoping that would be higher. The one thing with projections to remember as well too is they tend to lean more conservatively than
Yeah.
maybe you would think, right? It's just like gambling numbers. If you're looking at over-unders, generally they're more conservative than you would think. So the other one that jumps out to me about the defensive line as well is just Austin Booker at 3.5 sacks projected. So you're talking about maybe your third pass rusher not getting 4 sacks this season, right? You're talking about maybe every fourth game he's getting a sack. It doesn't seem like enough, right? And I know that's going to be a huge storyline that we're going to follow all season. That defensive line is going to be so important to the Bears, but I personally wouldn't mind knowing these numbers, seeing that maybe there could be an addition added to that defensive line to bolster it if you have the right person that could come in and maybe boost that defensive line.